Yes, yes, base boxing basement to Triple B. Do me a favor, drop me a like to keep those sickening haters away. But yeah, what's happening, man? I just thought I'd do a review of some of the fights the weekend. It was a big bill, a good bill. This review is about the Justis Huni. He's Kevin Lerena. A fight that ended Huni on points. And this fight was for some dodgy WBC silver heavyweight nonsense. I don't even know, but the point is a good quality heavyweight fight. Justice Huni only had 8 fights, 4 KOs, and he's walking against Kevin Lerena, who's much more experienced as a pro. Almost knocked out Daniel Dubum. Although let's be clear, it looked like he was paid to lose. He just stepped off after dropping Dubum 3 times with 1 shot, right? But Lorena's an ex-cruiserweight. And it was a fight that I expected Huni to win, and he did win. He did win. I expected him to win on points, and he did win on points. But that's not the whole story. That's not the whole story. To sum up briefly, I would say I was disappointed in many ways with Justice Huni, right? I mean, that's been a bit harsh. He's a novice. I'll get into that later. Because I was also disappointed with Kevin Lerena. I'll start with Lerena. I was disappointed because, Lerena hurt Huni badly twice, which I didn't expect. And he's got less than 50% KO ratio, Kevin Lerena. A lot of his fights are at cruiserweight, right? But he can punch. He can punch Lerena. And as I said, he discombobulated Daniel Dubum for the whole round. He fell over 3 times and took a knee off 1 shot. So he can punch. I was just disappointed. Lerena did not pile it on and try and stop the finish. And I'm starting to think maybe just Lerena isn't a natural finisher. So even that's why he's got a low KO rate, even though he can punch. Well, he certainly can now, with possibly the pairs, but he can punch. But he just has no finishing instincts, When he had Huni hurt twice, he did not try and finish him. So that disappointed a bit, Lerena, and he let a win go, basically. I don't think this one was rigged. I don't think the Saudi fights often are. That's my feeling in my gut. But, I expected Huni to win on points, but more clearly, I expected him to be more impressive. That's why I was a bit disappointed with Huni. I expected him to be more impressive. He's got a long amateur career. His last fight that's noted by boxer is against Bakodera Jalolov, where he went the distance. So and he was a top junior. He turned pro early, I think 21 or 20 or something. And he's a big lump. There was good stuff to take from the fight, but the main disappointment was I didn't expect him to get hurt, at least not hurt that badly, at least not twice, right? He hasn't got that much pop in his punch. He never really discouraged Kevin Lerena from coming forward. I expect him to have more pop. He's only got a 50% KO rate, actually, Huni, but he's stopped a few guys in amateurs, and, he's fought at a high level for a novice as a pro. So, and he's young, and that's important. He's young, Justice Huni. So, these days the heavyweights don't seem to mature till they're 30, do they? Yeah. Back in the day, that'd be over the hill, but now it's different. And Huni, is Samoan, or so I thought. He's only part Samoan. He's part Samoan, part Tongan, right? And part, I don't know, Swedish he's got in him apparently. Yeah. Which is a bit odd. But he did look a bit mixed, to be honest with you. So he's not pure Samoan. So maybe that's why his chin was slightly dodgy. I think he mainly identifies as Tongan Samoan. He is in Australia anyway. Oh yeah, he's of Tongan, Swedish, Samoan and Dutch descent. Obviously, he did rugby league like a lot of guys. So my main disappointment was the lack of pop in Huni's punches. Like, at times he looked good, he's not super fast, but he had nice long shots. He was sort of boxing Vitaly Klitschko style without the power. Yeah. But he gets hit easily. Lerena hit him without too much difficulty. His defense needs to be worked on. Yeah, his defense needs to be worked on. Maybe he needs to take PEDs. Maybe he's too naive, like Otto Wallin. He's big. What was he, 260 pounds? But he seemed to lack pop in his shots and a bit of explosiveness. That can be fixed with a good dosage of PEDs, by the way, Mr. Huni. But yeah, I'd hope we'd seen a potential new star. I expected him. I thought there's a chance. Oh, sorry about that. My dog's drinking. Sorry about that noise. Yeah, nothing creepy is happening. Right. So, but my dog, yeah, he's always doing this, man. In the middle of a video, he starts eating or drinking loudly. Yeah. Tyson, stop. Yeah. So anyway, Huni. Where did he go? Well, he's young. He's 24. He's still got a lot of potential. Yeah. He's got to work on his defense. I'd like to see him change the way he's trading, because you could definitely put more pop and more speed and explosiveness in his shows. There are many exercises, not to mention PEDs, that you can do to improve that. For a guy with such a big head, well, he's got really long jaw, but the top of his head's quite small. If you look, it's quite weird. But I was shocked that Lerena hurt him so badly twice. I mean, he didn't go over, but he was shook, you know. And I think that he never really got over the first time he was hurt. He was sort of hurt for the rest of the fight. He deserved to win, but like I said, he's the best you can say. He's a work in progress, and he has got a lot of time. I was hoping we were going to see the birth of a new, like, young heavyweight, a Samoan heavyweight. Well, he's part Samoan, but I think if you're an Islander, you got to wait for your boy Jail Pataya to move up to heavyweight. I think if you're back in the Islanders and the Samoans, Jail Pataya, I think, not Huni, will be the man when he moves up to heavyweight. People say he's too small. I believe. People say the same thing about Usyk, who has fought at middleweight crazily as an amateur. And people said that Chris Bird as well fought as a middleweight. He went up and won a version of the heavyweight title. I mean, and Usyk, obviously, as I said, has beaten, big heavyweights. And he doesn't, he's not a puncher. Whereas Jail Pataya will take his punch up. Pataya he'll be about 240 at heavyweight. And he'll be hurting peeps, believe that. So Justis Huni, a work in progress. He's on probation. Something can happen from him. As I said, again and again and again. The problem is, when the top dogs are gone now, there's just nothing left. Apart from Bakuder Jalolov, maybe Richard Torres, Jared Anderson if you're desperate. You know what I'm saying? There's just not a lot there. There's a lot of room for good paydays and shots at the title. So Huni goes back and has stuff to work on. I think it's quite clear he shouldn't be moved up too fast now. He's only 24. Take a bit more time with the brother. And get him on PEDs. Get him doing some explosive work. And then we might get a contender. But for the moment, he's on probation. Believe that.